there everyone, welcome to Mahogany Sweets. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. I just wanted to come and let you guys know I have not forgotten about my YouTube channel. I still intend on making content and I want to get more regular with it. It's just things been hectic and busy in life, okay? So just so you know, the videos that I will have coming, white hypocrisy, I still am going to do and plan to do that video before the weekend is out. Black agenda, my thoughts on defunding and dismantling the police, the pros and cons that could come from that. And I have a couple of other things in here I wanted to do. Oh, men and rape culture. Due to debate, I'm in this group on Facebook, one of them anyway. We were having a conversation, things got kind of heated, and it was dealing with rape culture and what rape actually is and how it is played out. A lot of the men had some astonishing ideologies about what they consider rape to actually be and not to be, so I wanted to make a video about that as well. But this video that I'm going to do right now, the first one of the evening, is going to be about Jada Smith and Will Smith. August Alsina, in case you don't know, has come out to reveal, as he had already done previously in the past, but he has come out to reveal that him and Jada were in a relationship, which she has come to the red table with Will Smith, and her thing was the comment that was made by her rep saying that that is true and false was not made by her, and she wanted to set the record straight and tell what the truth is, even though she was lying before. But anyway, so let's get into this. See, some years back, August Alsina, it was rumored that he wanted Jada to exclusively be with him and for them to have an out in the open relationship. Jada denied him of that, and he was very upset, right? And I'm not sure if that's when they initially broke up or not, but he did start leaving little, what would they call them, Easter eggs, hinting towards their relationship, which it was pretty much the way they were together, or she talking about she was mentoring him. I mean, it was kind of obvious that something was going on. Most people already knew and believed August Alsina when he came out and said that they were in an intimate relationship with each other. But even back then, she denied it. So August Alsina just came out and did an interview. I'm sorry, I do not know who he did the interview with, but I'm sure if you go to YouTube and put in August Alsina says he was with Jada Pickett, it'll come up. Probably a ton of them will come up. So anyway, he came out and he spoke to their relationship. He said Will Smith knew and gave him permission, basically, and that they carried on for quite some time, right? And this is just me paraphrasing, because I can't go verbatim what his conversation was. But from what I gathered from his interview, he was not being malicious. Because when I first heard them saying he had revealed it, I was thinking like, oh, okay. It turned back around to him trying to force her hand to be like, look, you and Will ain't together, me and you together. You say you love me, we love each other. No, we're going to be together or not, because you got to think about it. He's young, he's pit, giving her basically some of his greatest years, you know, in his mid-20s, late 20s, early 30s. And his whole thing was like, look, either piss or get off the pot. And she refused to. Now, I was thinking he is just very upset and pissed off and scorned, so he's like, oh, I'm going to put this out here. But once I actually watch his entire interview, no, I don't take it. To me, the way he came off, very, very emotionally and mentally mature and in a good space, and what he was stating was not out of maliciousness. It was out of, this is just the truth, the facts, and this is where I am now. So Jada's reps had said that it was a lie. Then she said, okay, I'm bringing myself to the red table to have conversation. And should I just play her? So this is what I picked up from watching previous red table talks. Jada Pickett has stated, like, several times actually, me and Will never get a divorce. We have accumulated too much wealth. We have too much power. Our family unit and community we created is good. It's better with us together versus apart. And she has stated they will never get a divorce. Now, when she was saying that, I was thinking to myself then, like, okay, she's letting her side dude know that, but she's also letting Will Smith know that. And through the red table talk, it actually confirmed a lot of theories that I had in my mind concerning the relationship, which we're going to get into. But she had been saying that, and she wasn't just letting August Alsina know, like, look, dude, I will never divorce my wealthy, established husband to be with you. Because just when you look at it as a business sense, because marriage does have a business into it, but even minus that part, them in the industry as being a power couple, business wise in that sense, it is best for them to stay together. Their family picture is what gets them certain roles, get them certain investors, get them in certain doors, gives them leverage and things of that sort, as well as them, as the saying is, it's cheaper to keep them. It is better for them to stay together than to divorce on a financial and business end. Now, the other thing that she has stated was, doing these red table talks, was he could be on the other wing with his chick, I can be on the other wing with my man, but ain't nobody divorcing. We ain't got to be in the same room with each other. Ain't nobody divorcing. So she was laying her foot down then to let Will and August know, this is not, we ain't never, till death do us part is going to be the standard, the rule. So, during the red table talk, Will Smith stated, like, well, it was a time I was done with you. I didn't want to be with you anymore. And that was how he was looking at it, which confirmed to me that when I was picking up her saying, like, he can be on the other room, I'll be on this room, that he has offered and been willing, or had brought up divorce before, and she's the one who shut that down. The other thing is, to me, she kind of told on herself. I believe August Alsina was really telling the truth now about, as far as her stopping his bag or doing stuff like that, because if you pay attention to Jada's demeanor from when she first even came in the game, the things that we've got to know about her as the individual and not the actress, she seems like a very controlling person, very dominant person, a very self-absorbed, arrogant person, and that's what I pick up from her. And she let it be known during this red table talk that August broke up with her, and that he was no longer willing to speak with her. And because she referenced it a couple of times, but she did it in two different ways, and then tried to catch herself, because she was like, well, August, you know, he wanted to be done with me, he was done with me, and I couldn't talk to him. And then she was like, oh, well, we just ain't talked in a long time, right? That confirms that when he made that song saying, like, it's over, why you calling me and asking me where I'm at, she was trying to continue to reach out to him. And then she even mentioned it again, like, yeah, August, you know, he don't want to talk, he's not ready to talk. And so that tells us, during this period of time since that August left you, that you have been trying to reach out to him since he's left you. And I could see her as a controlling type of person that she is, saying like, oh, really? You know, feeling out rejection. Okay, Will, her husband, possibly feeling rejected from him. And then this young dude who you need, and narcissistic people need praise. They need to feel needed by people. They need to feel put on a pedestal. Well, Will Smith was no longer putting her on that pedestal, or she was no longer feeling praised by him or in control of him the way she once was, which is what I think drew her to trying to get another man. And then this young man who you had got, who you were in control of mentally and emotionally, she had the upper hand of power in that relationship, because not only mentally and emotionally did she, but as being a wealthy, prominent woman, she had the power and the upper hand in that relationship. And when he said, you know what, screw your cooch, screw your money, screw who you are, you no longer have this control and dominance over me, I believe that was another blow to her ego of feeling rejected and feeling like, I'm not getting what I want. You're supposed to be praising and kissing my ass, and you are no longer doing that. So I think that she did try and jeopardize his career. That's not far-fetched to me. I believe everything August Alsina has said at this point about them two. Now, they came to the table and saying, Will Smith seemed very upset and hurt, right? But he asked him, he like, so, oh, what was y'all doing? Oh, it was an entanglement? Because that was her word. Me and August, we fell into an entanglement with each other. I just needed to feel happy. I wasn't happy. I was not in a good place. Well, first off, you're a married woman. If you're not happy in your marriage, That's something you and your husband is supposed to work out with each other. But then she basically was stating that she went to August Alsina, this younger man, looking to fulfill her, to make her feel happy, possibly a midlife crisis, want to feel young again. And I also believe the other underlying issue is wanting to make Will Smith jealous. I believe that her and her controlling, arrogant, manipulative nature probably went to Will like, oh, well, you know what, you're not really making me happy or satisfying me. And I believe Will mindset was like, well, what in the heck can I do? What more can I do to make you happy? I'll work, I'll take care of you, I'm repping us and our family well. Like, what more is it that I can do? If I'm not doing it, I can't help you with that. So I believe she came to him on some manipulative stuff like, okay, well, I'm going to tell him this. Hey, how about we're going to take a break? We're over. And in the hopes that that will make Will Smith jealous and begin to behave the way that she wanted to him, and for her to get back the control over him that she had. Because Will Smith, which he has even stated himself, has always sought after approval and praise of other people. And I believe Will got to a point to where he no longer needed or wanted Jada's approval or praise of him. And he no longer felt like, I need to cater to your every whim, demand, likeness, or thought, and pit everything that who I am on the back burner for you. And I believe that she had a big issue with that. I believe she felt I can make him jealous if I tell him, oh, well, I'm just going to go and find me some happiness somewhere else. I believe his mindset was, go ahead and do that then, chick. I don't care. Do it. I'm done. I'm not about to play this game with you anymore, basically. And it backfired on her. Okay, yeah, she went and got her some younger dick. But it didn't necessarily make Will Smith jealous. It did not make him turn around and behave the way that she thought or wanted him to behave. And we know that's evident because he stated himself, like, for as far as I knew, we was never going to see each other again. She's the one who made the statement saying, oh, yeah, her mindset was basically like, yeah, let's separate, but we figured out we can't separate from each other. First off, yes, y'all could if y'all truly wanted to. I believe he was definitely wanting to sign a divorce, and y'all can still handle y'all business divorce. It is other prominent couples who are divorced and still have a functioning, running, successful business partnership that they continuing. So that would have been possible for her to do. But I personally believe that, think about it, Jada's career really is not what it's been. All of the success and wealth centered around that family stems from Will and Will's name and his heavyweight position in the industry, which she rides the coattails of. I think it's a matter of, when people divorce, people choose sides. They choose friends. They want her access and her connections are only there because of Will. Not necessarily, not saying that she is not talented, because she is, but I'm just saying her access and connections are there due to Will. So in the divorce, who do you think the people are going with? They are going with him. She gets favor and gets more leverage due to the fact she is with him. So I believe the marriage in its totality actually benefits her more than it does him, as far as financially, as far as political and industry connections. She is the one who's benefiting the most and bringing the least to the situation. So that's the other reason why she said he can be on that side and I can be on the side, but we ain't divorcing. She putting her foot down on that. We can't divorce. And I believe Will was like, you know what, fine. You gonna do you. And I believe he started doing his own thing and found his own happiness. And he could give two shits about what Jada is doing. And she is asked out. And the reason why I say that she played herself, because you have now, to a degree, screwed up the relationship that you have with Will, your husband, trying to make him jealous and manipulate the situation. But now this younger man who you have tried to use to make your husband jealous, tried to use to make you feel younger, who you have used to get some dick without actually willing to offer him anything in exchange other than you paying for his flights and room and board or stuff like that, you know. So I believe that she toyed with him. And I don't think that her ego was ready for him to say, oh, well, it's over. You know what? I've given you enough time. It's over. Bye. I'm going. So the other thing with concerning Will, and what I picked up, because he said, oh, yeah, I'm getting even. I'm getting back. In a red table talk, when he talked to her, she's like, no, don't be petty and things like that. Because this is my thing. I believe that Will did possibly cheat and is cheating with this model. It's been rumored that he is also having his own relationship and piece on the side. But ironically enough, it was her skeleton and side piece that came and revealed and exposed everything. Normally, it's the females that blow up the spot. His didn't. It was hers that blew up the spot, and now have them having to do damage control concerning their marriage and their image, which is unfortunate. And I also believe that he's hurt. When I look at him, I think that he looked at it, because if y'all go and listen to other Red Table Talks, he has spoke about him doing everything he could to try and please Jada and make her happy, and he thought he could do it with this big glamorous lifestyle, and it was not enough for her, and she had been told and showed him that. Go look at these other, because it give you insight as to his mindset and the control and power she has over him, where he's at now as far as no longer seeking that approval or acceptance or adoration from her. But I believe he is still truly deeply hurt of how she has chose to handle his heart. And what I didn't like and took away even from the Red Table Talk with them together is everything is all about her. Everything is all about her husband supporting her and trying to make her happy, forgiving her for whatever the heck she do, picking up with her and all this, but is never showing anything of where she is actually giving or being selfish to give to Will. Because that was the other thing. Oh, you did a heck of a job staying by my side, and being she just came off very manipulative, self-centered, just a narcissist. It was just sad, and I feel so bad for Will, because when you looked into his eyes, it seemed like he has accepted the situation for what it is and looked at it like, this woman can never truly purely love me the way I need and want to be, but this is the situation I am. Screw it. On paper and as a friend, as being a partner, I will continue to support her, but I believe that he has tried for his own protection to detach himself emotionally and mentally from him looking at it like this being the marriage, because that was the other thing, and how you can tell she got out of control in the marriage and in her relationships is because when she was speaking with him before, and when she had spoke before concerning their marriage, she is the one who was stating how I said, I feel our marriage should be shaped like this, should not be like that. She's the one with all the control, and it's like Will's in the passenger seat. I personally think Will looked at it from the beginning like, no, I would have wanted this to just be me and my wife, us with no outside partners, us loving and respecting and adoring each other, and he would have been happy and suffice with that. I believe it is her who has crumbled and redefined her definition of marriage and how that's going to look for her and Will, and I feel so sad for him. But I'm glad that he has found his own happiness, if this is the world they want to live in. But she's a hot ass mess. Jada Pinkett Smith just showed me, and this just summed it up with this Red Table Talk, that this woman is a hot ass mess. This woman is selfish, self-centered, deranged. She does not care how her decisions and actions affect others, as long as it's giving her what she wants. Because personally, I feel Will and August are victims of Jada's. She is a black widow. I mean, they're her victims. She is, it makes more sense about them kids. I believe she's dismissive of everyone else. She's manipulative. She is a user, a vulture. She knew that this young man was in a very weakened position, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. She prayed on him for that. She knew she had the upper hand and control, which is what she's used to having and wants. And when not only her husband had removed it, and she couldn't use this other guy to get it back, but then he removed, but then he removed the power that she had over him. She could not handle it, and I believe that she is talking about, well, I don't look at this as a, because that was the other thing that pissed me off, I don't look at this as a mistake or regret or I can't even, a transgression. I don't look at this as a transgression, because I've learned so much about myself and the healing that I needed. What about the other two people who are involved in this? Not to mention children and all that, but what about the other two people who are involved in this? Who you didn't bring, they didn't get healing out of this. They got hurt by you and more damaged by you. So whether you learn from it or not, don't mean it wasn't a transgression. Whether you feel like y'all came better on the other side of it, don't mean it wasn't a transgression and something that should have and could have been avoided. And so it just pissed me off as Will had to sit there and listen to this woman not show no empathy, show no remorse, show no compassion towards him and his feelings as being the one sitting across from her that you've done this to. Because you have made yourself look one way, but you have not only hurt him emotionally and mentally, but even in the public eye, you have just branded him, embarrassed him, shamed him through your actions And you ain't even sit at that table not once and say, Will, how did this make you feel? Will, I apologize. I'm sorry for how I hurt you. You know what, August Alsina, I know that you don't want to speak to me. We haven't spoken. I'm sorry that I hurt you, that I strung you along. This bitch ain't have none of that. It was all about her, and yeah, this is what I felt, this is what I wanted, this is what I needed, that's what I did. Oh, the one thing she did thank him for. Oh, thank you that you put up all my bullshit as good as you do. That's what she said. Pathetic, 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 pathetic. These people should not be anyone's couple goals or relationship goals or anything like that. This woman is psychotic, a narcissist, arrogant, dismissive, but playing out evil to a degree, and she's still damaged. For whatever healing she got, she still got a long way to go. She still is a very damaged person that your thought never came to say to your husband as he's sitting across from you and you are telling him about your affair, about how unhappy you were. So basically he was the one making you so unhappy and you had to go find somewhere. How broken you were that you didn't go to your husband to heal you in your brokenness, but you went to another man, a young man that you had it flaunted around everywhere, because you can go and see pictures of Jada and this dude everywhere. Under your idea of saying, here, let us not divorce, but let me go and play the field, like y'all, no. That's all. Y'all go and check out the Red Table Talk. Tell me your thoughts about Will Smith, August, Jada, what you think about the dynamics and how they are trying to redefine what marriage and relationship is supposed to be. And how she has been lying, manipulating, and using all those around her. It's a shame. Thanks for watching.